Did you guys know that there's technically an 8th secret hidden country within Central America? Let me explain. So first of all, this is Central America, aka Mexico's Mexico, made up of these 7 wonderful countries. But did you know for a while, 5 of those countries used to be unified into a single country unit, including parts of what is now Chiapas, Mexico, and Panama, and they also claimed Belize, but they never controlled it because the British were controlling it at the time. And then later, El Salvador and Nicaragua pretty much just ChatGPT copied and pasted the same flag to make it theirs, but they changed it up a little bit to make it look original. So then how was it created and why doesn't it exist anymore? Well, see, way back in the 19th century, all the Hispanic American countries were fighting their wars against Spain for independence, and shortly after Mexico gained independence, they were like, hey, why don't I make my own new empire? And I'm gonna take everything in Central America except for Belize because that's British. I'm not taking Panama because that's Colombia's, and I'm not getting involved in that situation. The Central American states were split amongst that prospect of joining or not, but then eventually they were like, no, and then they made this, meaning they got 2 independences, one from Spain and one from Mexico. The problem was, within this loosely held federation, there was already a lot of internal squabbling. The Guatemalans couldn't agree with the Costa Ricans, they couldn't agree with the Salvadorans, and so on. So much to the point where a 6th member state, Los Altos, decided they wanted to break away from Guatemala and form their own new nation state centered around the capital of Quetzaltenango, meaning they had a 3rd independence. Unfortunately, Los Altos only lasted about 2 years until they were forcibly reintegrated back into Guatemala, and then eventually the whole federation fell apart, and then we have the countries that we have today. However, to this day, if you go to Quetzaltenango, Guatemala, the locals there may tell you about how they briefly were the capital of their own country at one point in time. So there you go, Los Altos, the secret hidden 8th country of Central America.